Hi guys, welcome back to Hate Your Guts episode 20.
Yeah, 2-0. We did it.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
Season 1 finale.
Congrats
True.
us.
Congrats us.
Cheers.
I'm sure a lot of people didn't want us to get this far.
Here
a
we
lot
are.
of people hate to see us coming.
A lot of people hate to see us coming.
We are bitches, so yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck y'all. We made it.
Keep hating.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So episode 20.
Does anyone have peaks and pits? Peaks or pits?
Peak is I got a new phone and I downsized, so I feel like a normal person again. I don't have a giant fucking tablet in my pocket.
Cool.
I can't think of any particular peaks. It's just been very consistently like school, work, busy, have no time for anything. But I think for me personally, I did want to touch on this like very briefly, if you will. There's not like a whole lot to expand as for this not to take the whole episode, but I think it's something that's important, especially since we talk about politics a lot, and we do be getting real on here sometimes. But yesterday, the government of Missouri did execute Marcellus Williams, which I think is really horrible. I think it was 1.5 million people that called and emailed and faxed and contacted the governor to try to grant some sort of immunity from him getting murdered. Because he has been wrongfully imprisoned for the past 24 years, even though there was a murder, which his DNA was not found at the crime scene, but he was convicted for this murder. And the prosecutors and the jurors of his trial did not want him to be executed, given the fact that there was no DNA evidence found at the crime scene to incriminate him. But the judge did, I forget what it's called when you
sentence.
Yeah, when you sentence like the capital punishment for somebody.
Sentenced him to death.
Yeah, death by lethal injection. And I think it's just so horrible that like 1.5 million people raised awareness for this specific person and this cause within the last few days. And then when I called, it was very like, okay, we'll make a note of it. Just doing like clerical work, which I understand that is your job, but someone's life is also on the line. And he wrote a poem about Palestine, like right before he died. It's really sad. So sad.
That is really sad.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
And then one thing that bothered me especially was AOC, like earlier today, tweeted abolish capital punishment or something stupid as shit like that. But she didn't. I feel like given the political connection, you could have helped him in some way, shape, or form. She didn't use his name. She just said abolish capital punishment, and that was it. What about her day? And it was just sort of like, this isn't really about you, and you're kind of making it about you. And I'm still really disappointed by her and people like her who I thought were people that could help us, like more left-leaning Democrats like her and Bernie. But I don't know, just very disappointing the way that the world is right now.
Why was he found guilty again?
I don't know.
There was no evidence.
I think he was just like in the area. I couldn't 100% tell you, which perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned this on the podcast because I don't have all of the research. I just know that he's innocent. But that was something that really bothered me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, it's not fair, actually. Well, none of this is fair.
Well, it's fair that it bothered.
Yeah,
I know what you meant by that. Yeah, you weren't trying to be like crazy.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. It seems like, well, from what I know, which is everything that you said, it just seems like they framed the closest Black man in proximity.
Basically, yeah. And it's just like when you think about the lack of justice in the justice system, it's like actually crazy. I also think that there should have been more advocacy from like prominent faces in the Democratic Party right now. Like if Kamala Harris or like AOC or Bernie Sanders said something, I'm sure then that outcome might have changed. But they all move very strategically, and they didn't say anything. I don't know. Things could actually change, but they don't actually want any sort of change.
Yeah, someone with power should have spoken up about it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, maybe they couldn't have done anything about it, but
at least try.
Honestly, like, if I were not on TikTok, I don't use Twitter, but if I were not on TikTok, like, I wouldn't have even known about any of this. So
I'll be honest, I didn't know about it until before you guys talked about it.
Yeah, well, the only thing I know about it is everything that Bibi said. Not because you said it, but because that's like the only info I got.
Yeah, I was reading articles about it because I was curious about that too. Because I was like, well, what happened? Why was he in jail? Like, how was he in jail still, even though there was DNA evidence? And one thing that I found that was interesting is when I was trying to research this a little bit deeper, this is just me speaking about journalism in general, but everything is behind a paywall. And there was an article from Rolling Stone that was put out that I couldn't read because it was behind a paywall. And I feel like if someone's life is on the line, maybe don't force people to pay to read about it. It was just very icky. Like, there's not really any words that I could really use to verbalize how I'm feeling about it particularly, but it's just like a very horrible symptom of capitalism where it's like, that was one of the only articles I could read about it that actually spoke about the jurors and the prosecutors directly, but I couldn't read it because I don't pay for Rolling Stone.
Yeah, like, you're trying to get more information about it, but it's just like really hard to access any more details about it because
basically I found out everything that I could from the Innocence Project, which is a nonprofit, I believe, that helps try to aid people who are in jail wrongfully. So that is good that there are resources for people, but it still sucks when there are those resources and then nothing happens still.
Yeah. I hate it here.
I do hate it here. America is horrible, as usual. As usual, that is a central theme of the podcast.
Oh, I wasn't planning on talking about this on the pod. I don't know if I'm going to keep this because I don't know how well versed I will be.
It's okay.
Did you guys see that yesterday Chapel Roan made a video about her basically saying that kind of just like bringing up her politics because I guess people were asking, maybe? I don't really know how she brought this up.
She said something in an interview that essentially was like, I'm not endorsing Kamala because there's problems on both sides.
Okay. And then, she made a TikTok and she was like, you should all use critical thinking skills. I'm using critical thinking skills. Like, we should not just blindly endorse a candidate just because we agree with like some of their policies. Like, and she did say fuck Donald Trump. She said she's not voting for Donald Trump. But the first video, she didn't say anything about Kamala, but she was like, guys, like, clearly, like, you guys know where I stand as far as like trans rights go, like whatever. And then people took that, twisted it, and ran with it. And then I saw like a lot of fucking like self-proclaimed leftists taking this and like running with it and like villainizing her by saying like, oh, well, like, you have to pick a side, like, whatever, as if she hasn't picked a side. Like, you can pick a side to vote for without like endorsing them, which is what she made a TikTok about this morning.
Her follow-up video.
And I just feel like like she shouldn't have had to explain herself. Like, I think that it's so unfair for people to take, like, I don't know, people expect people on the left or Democrats or whatever to be just as gung-ho about their candidate as Republicans are for their candidate. And like, I think that's not fair because a lot of Republicans don't like critique Trump's actions and words and policies. They kind of just go along with whatever he says. And they're like, yeah, fuck it, I'll vote for him anyways. And they're like expecting people to be like that on the left. Like, well, Kamala is like our only candidate that like I guess is worth voting for. That some people believe. So they're like, well, if you're not saying like, oh yeah, like Team Kamala, then like you're wasting a vote. Like that's not even what she was saying.
Not at all. I think a lot of people love to misunderstand Chapel and the things that she says. Even prior to her specifically stating like, oh, I am going to vote for Kamala. Like she said that she wasn't going to perform at the White House for the Biden Harris administration because she doesn't agree with the genocide that's happening and the genocide that they are funding. And she has said that she's been like openly vocal and supportive for trans rights. She's had local drag performers perform for her small shows prior to her current tour. So I feel like you can very clearly tell where she stands politically if you use any critical thinking skills whatsoever. But most people have to be spoon-fed their information because they will not research anything further than that. In the article that she was, or in the interview that she was speaking with specifically, also the quote that was used on Twitter was like taken and ran with and used out of context. But if you look at the full quote, she basically is saying like she's going to be voting for Kamala, but she also is like endorsing people to vote in smaller elections, local elections, to change like what is happening in their communities immediately. But that was cut out. And I also think one thing that is really, really, really frustrating for me is Pop Crave and Pop Base and accounts like Pop Crave and Pop Base and other sort of like pop culture media, Instagram, Twitter, social media accounts. The way that they like frame the narrative for people is very interesting because like whatever they support is what people will support, and the way that they frame like their tweets about something is the way that people will interact with it. So they're kind of eating the hate train for Chapel right now, I think, because they make so many like tweets and statements pulled from interviews, and then they'll tweet them like days apart. So it seems like she's constantly talking about the same thing, and people will be like, she won't shut up, she won't stop complaining. And it's like, no, she's talking about it in the same interview. They're just taking it out of context every single day and trying to frame it a certain way.
Yeah.
Also, I think if you're like over the age of like 23, you should have at least one news app on your phone at this point. Like, that's all I'm saying.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Twitter does not count.
No, Twitter is not news. There are good like things that you can read on Twitter about politics, but engage with it more directly than just social media. And I also think a lot of people put too much weight onto what celebrities say when it comes to politics. I think it's really important for them to speak up for things that are necessary. And like when people were doing the block thing, what was it called again?
Blockout?
Yeah, when people are doing the blockout, I think stuff like that is really, really important because it's like, well, we can help in some way in the very little power that we have as a large number. But like, does it really matter what Chapel Roan thinks in politics? Not necessarily. It's like that whole thing where it's like, is Wells Fargo my friend? Is Chapel Roan a Democrat? Like,
yeah.
I think that's really disappointing that people just don't know how to interact normally with celebrities, I don't think. Like, you don't have to... I've distanced myself from celebrity culture enough to where I don't care about what, like, they're really doing. If I like an artist, I'm going to listen to them. I don't usually want to hear what they have to say about politics because they're usually really stupid. Like, for example, fucking Matt Honeycutt from Kublai Khan is a Republican, but I don't need to hear. Just shut your mouth.
Stop. I didn't know that.
He liked a post from his friend that was like, I'm voting for Donald Trump. It was holding a MAGA flag. And yeah. And he's like been really weird about certain things that he'll say politically. But people like that always use the excuse that they are people of color and being like, well, I'm Latino, I'm Filipino, I'm this, I'm that, so it doesn't matter.
Kublai Khan has always given me Republican hardcore like vibes.
The only thing that I don't understand about that is they have songs like True Fear where they talk about police brutality, and they talk about, in Swan Song, they talk about like systemic oppression of women. And it's like, how are you speaking on these things, but you are a Republican? Like, I don't understand. Like, where's the disconnect? I don't know.
Interesting. I do like knowing my my celebrities and my musicians' politics, because I want to know if I feel proud in supporting you or not. Like,
am I going to support you out loud or not?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even care if it's out loud, just like at all. Like,
well, there's ones like when we saw Fiddlehead, where he had said what he had said about like, I don't care if you're on the right or you're on the left, violence is never okay. When he was talking about Donald Trump getting shot at, and it's like, okay, shut up and play your music, please. Yeah. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
That's none of my business.
Like, I care if they're a Nazi. Like, I'm not saying that. I do, actually.
I hate a middle ground bitch these days.
Yeah, that's not what I was saying when I was like, I don't care about your politics. I was just saying, like, shut up and play your music. I don't want to hear about like your center left, like, Democrat bullshit, honestly. Because usually as a leftist, it just sounds really annoying to be like, I don't care what side you're on. Shut the fuck up.
I like to know where people stand. Like, I in that general sense, but like after that, shut up. Like, I know where you stand. Like, that's cool. I feel like I can, because I won't be friends with someone who
definitely not,
in my opinion, like immoral politics. So I don't really want to listen to someone who has immoral politics.
Yeah.
I just don't care to like hear about everything all the time.
Yeah. I mean, speak up if you're actually helping people.
Yeah,
I agree.
My thing.
I also think with Chapel, what she's doing is really brave, because it's such a like Democrat neoliberal industry. Like, people who are Democrats think that they're like super radical, and they think that they're like so progressive, but it's really what Hassan Piker always says, where it's like, yesterday's Republicans or today's Democrats. Like, we've really moved back politically, socially, a lot as a society. And I think it's really brave of her to speak up when people around her think that she's probably like too left for them. I don't know. There's not a lot of mainstream leftists, like, ever. So I think that that's really cool.
Yeah, even Kamala Harris is like leaning a lot more right.
Yeah,
I fear
she is.
I hate that. Like, I feel like calling Republicans as a whole the right is accurate, because they are just becoming so authoritarian. But I feel like calling Democrats the left is so inaccurate.
I agree.
Like, I think that there is like a huge difference.
There is.
And I think that we're like, what am I trying to say? Democrats are being called the left way too often. Because you're misrepresenting the leftist. Like,
yeah, well, there's the reason why a lot of people were like, I'm turning in my leftist card, I no longer identify as a leftist. But it's like, you never were one. You didn't know what it meant. It's just that like Fox News called you a leftist and you thought that's what it meant. A lot of people are not really familiar with like actual leftist theory or like radical theory.
A lot of people can't define socialism or communism.
If you asked a Democrat what communism was,
they'd be like,
I don't think a lot
China.
Basically, yeah.
My favorite thing to say when people ask about my politics is, I'm like, I'm so far left that the color is red again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's so true.
Like Russia?
Yeah. Red's just like associated with communism.
Like the Soviet Union?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the communist flag is red with the little yellow hammer and sickle. Yeah. I think Republicans are definitely very alt-right now, and I think Democrats are like center, if not center-right, the way that they are. A lot of our administration and our like political figures at the moment are Democratic, and a lot of them don't do anything of any importance for anybody besides just like lobbying, taking money, giving weapons to Israel.
Yeah. And a true leftist wouldn't even believe in money.
So true.
Also, you were talking about the blackout earlier. I saw a TikTok of this girl that was like, I don't remember what she was talking about. She brought up a celebrity and she was like, yeah, and then I was trying to go on this celebrity's Instagram and then I didn't realize that I had them blocked. Do you guys remember like if we were blocking people for any reason? And then everyone in the comments was like, hello?
Oh my God.
You already forgot? How did you already forget?
Yeah, that was what, like 4 months ago?
It was not even that long ago.
That's crazy.
It was
really
insane.
funny.
I was like, is this rage bait? I was really confused.
I do find myself falling for rage bait more now, and I feel like it's making me feel like a boomer.
There was a rage baiter on my one TikTok that I have posted.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What were they talking about?
So basically, they had commented like, oh, it sounds like you just don't know the difference between like quality jewelry and Amazon jewelry or something like that. And then we went on their page and one of their pinned videos was like, stretch septum piercings are like so ugly. And we were both like kind of like, that's kind of fucked up because her video was literally talking about like going up a size in the septum. And so I'm scrolling through this guy's page and he's just a troll. All of his videos, he has the biggest septum piercing I've ever seen in my life.
I see. Is this a video posted on the podcast TikTok?
It's my own TikTok. I have one video on my TikTok.
Oh, I liked it and I commented and I didn't see anything else after that. I didn't realize there was like any
She kind of popped off.
Oh my God, tea. I have to check it again because I didn't see any of that. I just liked it when you had posted it and I was like, comment, and then I never saw it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, to me, popped off means like I have, as far as I know, like at least 5,000 views.
That's a lot.
So I was like,
when you haven't posted anything else,
TikTok.
Yeah. When you haven't posted anything else, it's a lot of views. Think about like you sitting there and 5,000 people watching you.
Yeah,
like that's a lot of people.
So yeah, rage bait.
Yeah.
Should we move on from politics?
Yeah. We can start with one thing. The fucking way that Donald Trump's suits fit is terrible.
Oh.
If you ever look at them, they are so ill-fitting for him to be as rich as he claims to be.
Yeah.
Is insane.
Him to have that spray tan still, as rich as he is crazy.
Dude, his makeup getting on fucking Laura, whatever the fuck. What?
Laura Loomer.
Laura Loomis. Laura Luma.
It doesn't matter.
Laura Loomer.
Her name doesn't matter.
Her cheek. His makeup got all over her cheek.
Ew.
That shit was nasty.
His makeup?
His makeup. His orange makeup.
That was ridiculous.
No fucking way.
Oh my God.
Also, guys, we're talking about fashion trends we hate.
Hold on. Is that really gonna... You guys tell us if you can hear the car alarm.
I don't think it's coming through the headphones.
I don't think so either.
Okay. For anyone listening, we live on a main street and there's a lot of noise. And a motorcycle turned on a car alarm. And this happened to me recently. My friend Ivana and I went to In-N-Out after we went to the beach. It was a very nice day. And we went to In-N-Out after. We're sitting outside enjoying the nice hot summer night. And these guys like roll up on two of the fucking ugliest, biggest, loudest fucking motorcycles that you've ever seen in your life. Pulled up directly next to our table that was outside. Parked there, and they were like, yeah, we couldn't find a parking spot, like da 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 da. So they parked in front of the fucking store, literally right next to our table. And this one guy was like sucking the other guy's dick, being like, oh, like your thing is so loud it turned off a car alarm, ha 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 ha, because it was that loud. It turned off one of the cars in the parking lot's car alarm, and it's just like, why? I don't get it. I don't get like the reason to mod your car so heavily. It's not cool. You look like an asshole. You look like a douchebag. I don't get it.
Also, we can hear you in our home. That house you're driving, we can hear you, and we're suffering.
They like that. They like knowing that they're inconveniencing people, that they're bothering people. It's like funny to them.
You know what it's going to do is it's going to turn me into one of those people that's going to like vote against motorcycles being allowed. And then what?
True. Well, they shouldn't be allowed. They're so dangerous.
They super dangerous. And we allow lane splitting in California, and we shouldn't because it's so dangerous.
Dude, that's new to me. Like as well, I mean, I've been here for 6 years, but like
that's still new.
When I moved to California, like I was not used to that shit. That was so scary. My mom used to be a 911 dispatcher, and she actually had a motorcycle when I was like a toddler. But
Really?
anyways, then and then as she got older, she became a 911 dispatcher, and she said, "Don't ever get a motorcycle. Like the craziest accidents happen, like brutal, like you'll get fucked up." She also believes, she's not like a huge astrology girly. She's a Sagittarius, and it does suit her really well. But anyways, she said that they did get the craziest calls when it was a full moon.
Yes, that happens all the time, and people think that I'm like crazy. But I know, like I have friends and coworkers that are that used to be teachers or are teachers, and they're always like kids are so fucking weird when the moon is full for some reason. Like people just act insane.
Yeah.
It's the werewolf blood. My other gripe about motorcycles before we move on is when they get pissed when you won't scoot over so they can squeeze by you in the lane.
Simply go to another lane to squeeze by.
Also, like, that's not my fucking problem. Wait in line like the rest of us.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Do we legally have to move over?
No.
Okay.
No, I also don't think that lane splitting, I usually will move over, and they always do that little peace sign. But I don't think that lane splitting should be legal because it's so dangerous. And on top of that, a lot of people's cars should also be illegal because they're so fucking tall you can't even see. Sometimes I'll walk like through a parking lot and a car will be taller than me. The hood of their car will be taller than me. And it's like,
oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah, like how are you shouldn't be able to not see a whole adult person. Like a child could easily go in front of your car and you'd hit them and kill them. That should be illegal. But also, like, those kinds of cars probably wouldn't be able to see you very well in a motorcycle if you were lane splitting. Also, it just seems so dangerous.
We live in California. What could you possibly need your souped up 4x4 for? Why?
Yeah.
Where is it the 5 freeway? Is that where you're going?
Yeah. They're going to Seal Beach. What do you mean?
Like, what the fuck do you need that for?
Literally. They all work at, like, Target or something. Like, it's never a job that you need fucking...
Or they're like a mechanic or something.
Yeah. Like,
or they're still in college and live at home.
I have at my own campus, there's a gigantic car that takes up 2 parking spots that I see every single day that has a Blue Lives Matter sticker on it. That's just so comically large. Like, why are you in a car that size as a college student? You don't need it. You're in fucking Business 101 right now? Where are you driving that?
Literally. All I'll say is every guy that I've ever like talked to in a romantic way that ever had a truck, it was a baby truck. Like the little
gardener trucks.
Yes.
Yeah, those are cute. Like John's truck.
Yes.
That he had.
Those are cute.
Oh, it's totaled.
It's done for.
Fuck. That sucks.
Yeah. Toast.
I loved that.
He's toast. Everyone loved that car.
Ethan's gonna be so sad to hear that.
I told him the same thing. I was like, Ethan loved that truck. Jacob loved that truck.
Aww.
I love it. I love a truck. Like I
want to send
truck.
like a condolence card.
Like a Bella Swan truck.
Yes, I love a Bella Swan truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking on motorcycles, I will say like those 2 guys were so douchebaggery. But I love making fun of them. It was so much fun. My favorite thing, like when I see 2 motorcyclists or 2 like people racing each other, like street racing, when you can see them like playing with each other, basically, it's like, do you think they've exploited each other's bodies? Maybe. There's a lot of sexual tension there.
There is.
I witnessed Boyhood for the first time yesterday, and it actually brought me to tears.
What do you mean?
So I heard like a rumbling, like it sounded like a literal motorcycle gang, and so I was like, "What the fuck?" So I ran out here, and I looked down, and it's a bunch of like probably like teens, like tweens, probably like middle school age. They're all in these like miniature, and I mean like miniature like electric bikes or something like that, but they almost look like tricycles.
Cute.
I don't know.
I think I've seen them.
But it was so cute because they're all like right out front, kind of in a line, and there's one guy at the front and he's waving to tell each person to go. Like little fucking ducklings. It literally made me so sad because I was like, we don't romanticize boyhood like we do girlhood. And it's like so sweet. Like they're just being boys.
Yeah.
It's tough because like I genuinely feel so sad when I think about people who don't get to experience girlhood because they just don't have it like we do. But for a lot of men, especially, like they don't really try to maintain their friendships and relationships as much as they think that they do. Like, you'll hear about the male loneliness epidemic a lot, but then I'll see things where it's like, yeah, I didn't go to my friend's baby shower or his birthday, but we're still cool. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, actually, he probably complained to his girlfriend or his wife and was like, I'm really sad that this guy doesn't talk to me anymore. I thought we were good friends, like this, and that. You think that they would put more effort into maintaining their relationships, but they really don't.
As a partner of a man.
Yeah.
If a friend does not come to an important life event that they were invited to, I already don't like you. So now my man is going to hear about how I don't like you, and he's not going to like you.
Yeah. I just hear about that a lot, where they're just like, no, we're still cool, even though I don't like put in any effort to maintain this relationship or upkeep with their current life at all. But like, we were friends in high school, so we're friends now.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
And then they're also like,
Are those my friends?
your little boys?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, boys are like, it's like one can be like, I don't know, a little more liberal, and then the other friend it could be a white guy that says the N-word, and like they're still best friends, and it's like,
yeah, I don't understand that.
What? Where do we draw the line?
I don't get it.
I don't either. Okay, is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Today we wanted to bitch about we wanted to do our fashion icks.
Yes.
I think we agree on a lot of things.
And we disagree on some things.
And we disagree on some things.
Disclaimer, none of us are in a fit where we feel like you should judge our fashion.
Yes. For the YouTube or people who watch our little TikTok clips, we're not serving cunt today. We're in the comfort of our own home. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that curving. I don't think that serving cunt every day is sustainable for most people, because then you are put to a standard where you have to serve cunt every day, and that's just not feasible. Like, I can't, if I'm feeling sick, if I'm not feeling good, if I'm feeling lazy, I should be allowed to wear sweatpants to class, or like not put in a whole ton of effort. We don't look our cuntiest, and that's okay. But we're still gonna talk our shit.
There's a time and place, right?
This is not the time nor the place.
So this is the time to bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is the place to find people bitching. All right, I have a list. We all have lists, I think.
I don't. My phone is recording, but I will just bounce off of your guys's. Let me also double check that it's still recording, because I get paranoid.
Talk your shit, girl.
My first fashion ick is infinity scarves.
Oh yeah.
More specifically, the really skinny, like really thin ones, because it's not even a chunky scarf moment. It's just wrapped around your neck.
Yeah.
Like a collar that's too loose.
Yeah. Like a noose that didn't do the job.
Do you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
One time I knew that I had to break up with a boy because as a gift, he got me an infinity scarf that was bright purple. And I was like, do you know me?
That is so not your color.
Have you ever met? It was like the brightest, most obnoxious. I love like deep violet purples.
It was a blue purple.
It was like, I can fuck with a blue purple, but it was like
Barney.
In between Barney and pastel, but not like a nice pastel. Ugh. And it was just like, have you ever fucking met me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe I sound ungrateful to some people who think that I'm like shitting on a gift, but it's also,
no.
If you give me something that's half-assed and like you don't know if I even, you clearly don't know my tastes, you don't know what I like, you don't know what I don't like.
He went to the clearance section at the nearest TJ Maxx.
Basically, and was like, I'll just get her whatever, like, and she'll appreciate it.
Do not ever fucking gift a woman an accessory if you have not seen her wear one before. You're stupid as fuck for that.
Yeah.
That was a good rule of thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, infinity scarves. I just think of Christian girl Autumn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do fuck with the Christian girl Autumn, like the creator of that, because like she's really cool, and I think she is like trans rights, not like activist, but like she's talked about it. Which
I don't know.
She looks like she's like the girl for Christian girl Autumn. You don't know?
I just thought it was like a.
I've seen her, but like.
It's like a girl, and she just looks like a Southern conservative white woman. So you would expect her to be like super Republican, but she's not.
Awesome.
Yeah. So like she's super cool.
Slave. Well, I think of her.
Yeah.
And I picture Infinity.
And that's not our vibe. That's not what we give off.
It's giving side part, deep side part, straight hair.
Utah curls.
Utah curl.
Yeah.
Well, I said straight hair.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking
skinny jeans tucked into a flat boot.
Yeah.
Into Uggs. Into Uggs.
Uggs, yup.
And the wash of the skinny jeans too are either like indigo blue or they're like indigo blue.
And
actually, that is the one.
Yeah.
And a
that's
slim fit sweater.
Mm-hmm.
No baggy.
A V-neck sweater.
Yep.
Had that actually.
I also hate V-necks usually.
I was gonna say
They're not my thing.
It's not on my list, but I do hate a V-neck usually, especially a V-neck sweater. Get real.
They're always just like either too baby or like a really deep V-neck on a man, especially, is deeply unsettling to my spirit.
A V-neck of any kind on any man is atrocious to me. I wasn't even thinking about like
Men's fashion.
yeah.
I don't even like I don't like my shoulders in a V-neck. It's very I don't like the way it makes my shoulders look so large and high from my body.
As someone who has a very large chest, I don't like a V-neck. I don't always want to look slutty, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes you want to give comfy cozy.
Yeah. Speaking of shoulders, this is one that we don't agree on with Vivi, but Haley and I are not fans of the cold shoulder.
Fuck a cold shoulder.
I like a cold shoulder moment. I think it has a time and a place. I don't think fuck a cold shoulder wholeheartedly.
Well, explain the vision. Paint a picture for me so maybe I can get on board.
I think like one cold shoulder tank top like that's cropped, and I have one cold shoulder like long sleeve, and they are very cute. I'll show you pictures. If they were ugly, I think you would have told me in the past.
Okay.
But it's just like,
what do you mean a cold shoulder tank top?
oh, sorry, crop top.
Oh.
I messed up.
Okay.
Where it's just like cold shoulder, sleeve ends here, ends at the midi. It's cute. I like it. I think it's not like an everyday fit where I'm like, yeah, I really want to wear a cold shoulder every single day. But I don't hate it. But I do think it's overused in, you were saying earlier, like plus size fashion. Like I do agree with that.
Yes.
I just think just do an off the shoulder top then. Just have no straps.
Off the shoulder is cute.
I love a strap though. Like sometimes I just love straps.
If it's a tiny, thin little strap, I can get past it. If it's a DIY cold shoulder, I can get past it. But if it's like a cheap, like little, like cut out, like sewn in, it just makes me think of Ross and Torrid specifically.
Yeah. I think that's where our visions are misaligning, because sometimes if you're thinking of cold shoulder, you're thinking like plus size shirt with like the biggest, most horrendous flowers you've ever seen in your life as the print, and like
or something gothic.
Yeah, or like a skull with some flowers.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking like the fit itself, like the fit of a cold shoulder, can be so cute sometimes.
Okay.
See, no, you're not convincing me here because I've seen wedding dresses with a cold shoulder and I still hate it.
I think that's a bit much. I wouldn't do a cold shoulder wedding dress.
I don't care how small the strap is. I'm just like, why do you only have a triangle of your shoulder out?
Yeah. I think
Give us the rest. It's never going to click in my head. That's like one of my only things where I'm going to be like, no one will ever change my mind.
Okay. That's fine. That's okay. I like my cold shoulder moment, and I will still wear those tops here and there.
My thing is, I'll probably never say anything to you because your hair is probably covering it.
Yeah.
Which again is defeating the purpose of the cold shoulder.
So what you're saying is when I wear my cold shoulder tops, I should put my hair up.
If you want to display the cold shoulder, then yeah, but I might tell you it's ugly.
If you want to piss us off, go ahead. I will say, even though this is technically trashier, I don't mind like an off the shoulder shirt with a bra strap showing.
No, I love that.
Yeah, that could be seen as a cold shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just can't envision a way that I like it.
I don't like a manufactured cold shoulder. I will only like if it's a bra, if it's not attached to the off the shoulder.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'll
Okay.
have to show you the shirt that I'm thinking of, and maybe like you'll see what I mean. Not that you'll think that it's cute, but like you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I fear that if I don't see what you mean, I won't have anything nice to say.
I mean, you don't have to be evil about it, but you can just be like, oh, okay, I still don't like it. That's
Okay.
fine.
Be evil about it. This feels targeted. Okay.
It's okay. We disagree. It's fine.
Do you have anything you would like to shit on?
I didn't make a list. I'll just bounce off of what you guys say. Something will come to me later.
Okay. I've got more.
Yeah, go for it.
High-low skirts, dresses.
Fuck them.
Especially like the higher the contrast, the worse.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know what that meant. Do you want to explain for anyone, audio listeners?
When it's like really short in the front and long in the back. Someone said a mullet dress.
Yeah. It's a skirt with a tail. It's a mullet skirt.
Yeah.
If
it's like mini in the front and at your ankle in the back, no.
It's awful.
It's giving drape. Curtain.
It is giving curtain.
I just truly don't like any type of asymmetrical hem whatsoever. I don't like when it comes to a really defined point in the middle, like a tiny point, a tiny high-low. I'm talking like where you can't notice it to the eye. I'm good with.
Mm-hmm.
When I can tell there's a shape on your hem, I'm upset.
Okay.
I don't love that.
I don't mind a slight asymmetry if
That's
it's like
thinking.
but not from like front to back. I'm talking about like one side to the other. I don't mind it if it's very subtle and if the hem is ruffled.
Mm-hmm.
If it has texture already, then like I can go for a little asymmetry.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's just like a straight, like I'm just imagining like a satin, like a pencil skirt almost.
Mm-hmm.
That's like asymmetrical from one side. No, I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, it can't be super dramatic. I should say, like slight, non-exaggerated asymmetrical fit, but usually it's just overdone and it makes it look tacky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think my thing is like, if I want to wear a mini skirt, I'm gonna wear a mini skirt. And if I want to wear a maxi skirt, I'm gonna wear a maxi skirt. I've never once been like, I want to wear both.
Yeah,
and that leads me to my next. A mini skirt that isn't a mini skirt. Excuse me. What I'm implying is like almost like a school uniform skirt where it's like quote unquote like a mini skirt, but it's just only like maybe 3 inches above the knee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like lower mid thigh.
Yeah, it's not short enough. It looks awkward. No one's body is framed very well when it's that length.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I would like for it to like pivot out like A-line a little closer up towards the hips than like around the knee area. It's just more flattering.
Yeah, I would agree.
The silhouette is better.
Yeah. Speaking of mini skirts, I have an issue with micro skirts, specifically the skort trend that's happening because they'll make the skirt shorter if it's a skort. You can really only rock these if you have no ass and you're a twig, and I feel like that needs to be said because it can be a micro skirt if it's long for bitches with booties, you know, like bitches with booties. I was gonna say bitches with ass, but then I was like, booty sounds better.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue.
Alliteration.
Yeah, I just like, you're not telling me that like they tried it on any other sizes. Like they know everyone's ass cheeks are gonna hang out of it, and it's not cool. I want to wear a micro skirt, but I can't.
I do want a micro skirt, but I can't. Like it only works if I'm walking all day. If I'm sitting down at any point,
don't even want to think about that.
What do you mean?
Out,
like
the chafing or what?
No, just like wearing a sitting outfit that's that revealing while sitting, or wearing a standing outfit while you're sitting, but that's revealing. Like,
No, because my pancita will fold over it. First of all,
yeah, and then I'm gonna start crying,
and then my fucking pussy lips are touching the chair. Like, ew, no one wants
think about that. Like being in a public seat, like at a restaurant or literally doing anything. That's so true.
Right. And we're only wearing stuff that's short when it's summertime. But then when it's summertime, I'm sweaty.
Yeah.
So then it's like, God forbid I sit on a leather chair.
Oh,
and I sit up. I'm going to end it here.
That's the most embarrassing shit to ever happen when you're wearing a skirt and you're like on a leather seat or booth
and, you have to,
you're moving.
Peel your ass off of it. Awful. Where am I at? Oh, okay. Also, like, on the topic of like awkward length skirts, knee length skirts, like skirts that hit right at the knee, or like maybe just like right below the knee. Listen, like if it's anywhere within like 4 inches of the knee, top or bottom, it's just wrong to me.
Yeah, and if you're Mormon, you really shouldn't be listening to this podcast anyways. So
That's the thing, is skirts like that give Mormon. They give like you're going to Bible study. It's not a midi, or it has to be midi or mini. It can't be in between. Anything in between is just like this awkward zone that nothing of fabric should exist in.
Yeah, I don't mind a shin. That's fine.
a midi.
I like a midi.
Sure. Yeah. But right at the knee, it's just awkward.
Yeah.
Not flattering.
I would agree with that. I really don't like when people have like to the floor wide leg pants and they wear a flat shoe. Like no type of platform whatsoever. It gives unbalanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's another point is uneven clothing. Like Carrie Bradshaw does this a lot. Like it's like a really like slim like sheath dress almost. Like it's just very like skinny, slim, whatever. And then there's like a giant fucking like huge flower the size of her head by her shoulder. And I'm just like it's not giving what it should. It would give better with a bigger skirt.
It just like in theory it sounds very runway, like it sounds very chic, but then it's like in practice it's not cute and it's not flattering.
You have to have an insane face card to pull it off.
Yeah, you have to be a real fashionista,
and Carrie Bradshaw does not have that.
No, she does not have a face card in my opinion.
Did you guys ever watch she's in Hocus Pocus, right?
Is she?
I don't think that's her.
Is that not her?
I don't think so.
Okay,
let me fact check.
Okay.
Hocus Pocus wasn't one of my Halloween movies when I was growing up.
It's not one of mine either, but I saw someone do a slideshow.
Right.
It is her, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you guys like the way that she looks there? Because like her makeup is super different, and I think she's gorgeous in that one.
No.
What does she look like there?
She has like a very pale blonde wig, and she does like really like not goth makeup, but like gothic romantic makeup, I guess.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. I feel like the smoky eye actually balances her long face.
I would agree with that. I think the main issue does indeed come from the way she styles her hair.
And the long hair. She needs long hair. The fuck ass bob is the same length as her chin. It's really not complimentary.
Does she have a fab in Sex and the City?
In some seasons.
Yeah.
Several times she has a fab.
Pleather.
Yes.
Specifically, like, obviously, like, cheap pleather that, like, pills. I don't know if pills is the right word, actually.
Yes.
I think peel.
I think both work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that peels in, like, 3 months after using it.
It's also made from plastic, so it's like, how is that sustainable?
It isn't.
Yeah, for people who are vegan, I do think the most ethical way is secondhand, like real leather shopping. So it already exists.
1,000%. And it's better for the environment.
Way better for the environment. You're not creating something new that will be in a landfill in 10 years because it's peeled and ugly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and defend the leather industry, but like I imagine most of the leather is coming from cows that are being farmed for their meat and dairy anyways.
I really think it is. Yeah. I mean, I'm not 100% on that, but
not justifying it, but like, I mean, they're already being used and abused.
Yeah.
Might as well use the whole animal. That it's like the Native American belief anyways.
Yeah, using everything. I think that it's the most ethical thing that they could be doing. Obviously, the leather industry is not ethical, but I doubt that they are farming cows specifically to just take their skin. That doesn't seem likely.
It wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't make any, like, that's not...
It'd be very stupid.
Yeah. No, I agree. There are like more vegan forms of leather that are being created. Like I think there's like a cactus leather that people are like trying to engineer, and I do think that that's really cool.
Oh my god!
Have you sent this to me?
Yes, Scoby leather.
Yes, you did send that to me. What is SCOBY again?
Foul.
It was ugly. It looked like human skin.
It's a bacteria baby of kombucha, essentially.
Yes, I do remember seeing that.
It is like the mother and the baby of kombucha and other things like yogurt, I think.
Any type of like healthy fungus, I guess.
Bacteria.
Yeah, whatever.
Fermented.
Yeah.
When it says like active bacteria or whatever the fuck on something.
Scobies are my biggest fear. I'm thinking.
Tell the people what SCOBY is who may not know. Like the leather.
People will farm scobies. So it's like this really gelatinous sheet of bacteria.
Like Jell-O.
As far as I understand. And it literally looks like dissolved human skin. It's really fucking gross.
Yeah, it looks like someone peeled like a person and just put it on an article of clothing.
Yeah. So they will take this, and it's usually wet because you ferment it in like tea or like whatever. That's how you make kombucha. But they take like the top layer off, which is this like gelatinous skin looking stuff, and that is the SCOBY. And then they'll like dry it out, and apparently when it's dried it has like a really similar texture to leather, which is great and all. I mean, it kind of looks like fruit roll up.
It's very see-through.
Yeah, it's very sheer, translucent.
Why don't they paint it? Why did they all have it brown? It looks like skin.
It's very spooky, which if you're into that, more power to you. I can't imagine how it smells.
Ugh, I disagree. If people think that it looks like human skin and they're like, this is really cool. If I see you wearing that out in public, I'm gonna think less of you as a person.
I'm thinking of like the macabre goths that like might be into like oddities. I mean, I'm into oddities, but like
I like oddities, but I think
I'm not on some like Ed Gein shit.
Yeah, it gives edgelord, I think, is what I think.
Yeah, I get it. Sustainability, whatever, dude. That's nasty. Fuck out of here, actually. I didn't think we were going to be talking about SCOBY leather today. That's gross. But yeah, I think leather jackets are a slay all the time. Like proper leather, vintage leather.
I love a good oversized leather jacket.
But
go ahead.
You go.
I was building my my Pinterest fashion board some more, updating it for my current style, which hasn't changed much, but I'm just very much into 90s fashion.
Yeah.
I feel like I always have been. And that's what I was going to say next. That's what I was going to say. You go ahead first. But
okay.
I was just going to say, like, it's something that I think is timeless. And I don't think I will ever get tired of seeing it. But we'll move on to that later.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I think for leather jackets, they always look good when they're worn. Like, they always look best thrifted because new leather, I feel just looks silly.
It looks
It always looks like you're trying too hard.
You look like a poser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look worn in. It doesn't look lived. For leather to work, it has to look lived in. It has to look like it's seen some things. It has to have been. Yeah.
Life.
Exactly. Someone needs to have smoked a cigarette in it.
Yes.
Like,
it's got to smell a little cigarette-y.
Like brand new Docs.
It's got to smell like a bar.
Yeah.
When
like
your Docs are too squeaky clean and you feel like SpongeBob.
It just... Some of them, like, don't stop sounding like SpongeBob to me. Like, some of them still sound like SpongeBob. And I will have worn them to work, to school, 8 hours a day, multiple days at a time. I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's also because new Docs are just not great quality the way that they used to be. But I do love a Doc Marten, and that will always be in style for me.
That's
hard agree.
Yeah, that's also in my list of timeless fashion.
It's a timeless piece, but one person disagreed with me. But this is just like an interview that I was watching.
Oh.
And the Dare was saying that he would not go out on a date with a girl who wore Doc Martens because they look corny, like 2014 to me.
He is a poser then, for real.
I think that the Dare should not speak on fashion personally.
All he does is wear a suit.
Exactly. Like, you have a gimmick. You have a fashion gimmick. You can't give your fashion X. I also think any man who is, like, speaking negatively of women's fashion is... Why would a man be there?
Whenever a person hates Docs, I automatically assume they're Republican.
Just, like, secret.
Yeah, it's unfortunate connection out there.
I also think, like, how is that giving 2014. To me, if I think of Doc Martens, I'm like 1970s punk movement. That's what I think of when I think of Doc Martens.
That's what you should think of.
They've been around long enough that they're not a trend. Like that's not what they are.
They're timeless.
Yes.
Like literally. And there are so many different styles of Docs as well.
Yeah, I agree.
There are some trendy styles. That's fine.
For sure.
Whatever. But like Docs, hating Docs as a whole is crazy. There's too many different styles. I don't like him now. I'm pissed.
I still like some of his music, but new album 6.5. Anyways, continue.
I was going to say, speaking of men and their dumbass opinions, I have some opinions on their fashion as well.
Speak it, sister.
Joggers.
Hate them.
It's 2024. It's almost 2025. What are we doing still wearing joggers?
Anything with elastic around your ankle or wrist? Why?
Honestly, elastic anywhere at all ever, except maybe on a dress or skirt.
Waist only is where it makes sense for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, did we already say V-necks? That applies to men especially.
Yeah. It always just looks wrong. Why are you as a man in a V-neck? I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me.
The one dangly cross earring.
Or
oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, like, if you have one earring as a man, because it's giving, like, I don't know which side is quote unquote the gay side, but it's just giving homophobic. It's like, I got it on this one side, so it's not gay.
Yeah. No, that's true. I also think it's always just like very corny. Like, it gives TikToker in the most derogatory way that
E-boy.
I could think of. It's giving e-boy for sure. Like, as a man, just wear both earrings or nothing.
Yeah, just be normal.
Just be normal. Fuck.
I hate halter tops. On me. Sorry. They slay on
silence.
I'm sorry. They slay on other people, but like, it's not my thing. Again, it's my shoulders. I don't like them.
I feel like my shoulders look best in a halter top because I feel like it frames my top half better. I feel like I look smaller.
I can't remember you in a halter top, but I can see that.
It's really hard to find
you in a halter top.
They're not around.
Yeah, I do like a halter top moment, though. I do.
I'm on the search for one. If anyone can direct me.
I like anything that like accentuates the neck shoulder like that. Because I think it just always looks like sexy without trying too hard. You know what I mean?
And it's also not really, well, depending on the top, it doesn't always show too much cleavage.
Yeah.
It's like maybe a little side boob, which is always hot.
Yeah.
But like front cleavage, center cleavage, it's not always the worst.
I have one halter top that I just cannot wear because it's too booby, and it's just like, if I move in any way, shape, or form, it's a picture shirt. If I wear it out in public, I'm going to flash somebody.
Okay. It's nippy.
Like, if I move, very easily could be nippy.
I have one of those. And I don't wear it because
you guys should get fashion tape.
It doesn't do it. It doesn't do the job.
Oh.
It's just like what it shows, where I'm just like, I don't want to show that much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want just my nipples to be covered. I kind of want more things to be covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a big chested person, I hardly try to look slutty unless that's what I'm going for. But usually day to day, I'm not trying to look slutty. But sometimes I just accidentally, that's why I'm wearing a giant t-shirt over my dress right now, because this dress is so booby underneath. And like, I'm not trying to look inherently sexual.
I hate that just existing with like any sort of boob cleavage area makes it seem like you look slutty. Like, why is it that if you wear a shirt that like inherently is just lower cut, it looks slutty? That's not fair. Sometimes I want to wear a lower cut shirt, but I don't want to look slutty. Yeah. But it just gives differently.
Because boobs are sexualized here.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. Because sometimes I'm just like, I just want it to be lower cut, but I don't want it to give like nighttime. I don't know.
Yep, I know exactly what you.
It's unfair.
Do we have any other fashion icks before we move on to our fashion faves?
Let me see if any of them are.
I hate those men's pants with the lines on them.
Vera Bradley.
Like
Is that what they are?
No, that's my other ick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Pinstripe pants?
No, they're like
moto
jean
pants.
Yes, they're like jean pants that always have like these lines on the
God,
front.
those are so foul.
Wear my hug out pants.
Yeah, they make me feel ill.
Yeah. It's always fuckers with like the worst haircuts.
Yeah.
That wear those.
Like men that look like they're still on Snapchat.
Oh,
It makes
Good
them
point.
look like they're wearing barrel jeans. Another ick.
yes.
Yeah, I do hate a barrel jean.
A barrel jean is awful. I don't understand.
It
They don't look good on anybody. I don't care what you're trying to show me or tell me.
It looks like a drawing of a cowboy.
That's exactly it.
It just looks like you're bow-legged.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I also hate Vera Bradley.
Okay. Yeah.
I just think it's ugly and I don't know why it's popular.
Is it popular now?
Yeah, I see people talk about I must be on like Southern TikTok or something because
it
I see it
cycling
all the time. It is.
Yeah, because Vera Bradley reminds me of like middle school in the South, because that's where I'm from. All the like at the time what was considered preppy white girls would wear Vera Bradley, and like they thought they were hot shit because it is kind of expensive for like middle class, like lower to middle class.
I just saw that Urban has an Urban Outfitters exclusive Vera Bradley print.
I would love to see like examples of what Vera Bradley looks like because I'm not
It's like
familiar
paisley.
with that brand.
It is a lot of paisley and like lots of like fun colors, I guess, but
Very Pottery Barn-esque.
Okay. It's not a brand that I'm familiar with where I could be like, yeah, that's fucking ugly. But it probably is.
I don't like despise it, but I'm also just like I have an association with it. There are just so many different patterns and shapes of it, like that some could be cute, but like I don't hate that.
I like that red one, yeah. There's like one that has a cute paisley, but overall they're very mid for the prices that I'm seeing.
Honestly, I wonder if Baggu is going to be like
these all just look like Baggu. Oh shit.
That's what I'm thinking.
See, but I like the plain color of Baggu.
Yeah, but I'm just like a lot of brands I've noticed are just copying Baggu. Like I'll see stuff at Target and I'll be like, oh, that's just Baggu knockoff. It's kind of crazy how they've like really changed the game.
They really have, but I'm wondering if like, because to me, Vera Bradley was like, it was not a micro trend. It was definitely like a proper like, trend. But I'm wondering if Baggu will be like that in 20 years or like 15 years.
Probably.
Like, people will associate it with like a specific kind of person.
Era.
Maybe.
And person. Yeah.
I will make it so I will have Baggu forever because that's what it's intended for. It's intended to be sustainable. So it's like, it will not be a micro trend for us. And that's what matters.
Yeah. I still don't have a Baggu purse because I am just waiting for like the perfect drop to come out.
Yeah, like
I don't
pattern.
Yeah, like I don't want to collect Baggu bags. Like I want to be really solid on the one that I have. Also, this is like kind of changing the topic.
It's fine.
But I saw that Stanley came out with
the Halloween.
Yeah. And then I just saw like one influencer like make a video about it, and she was like, I know that we're supposed to be like one Stanley and done, but this one is so cute and like I think I need it, blah blah blah. And I just like couldn't help, like it is really cute, but I just couldn't help but like be like, damn dude, like hello.
Hold please.
I don't like that.
Hey.
Okay.
Forgot where we were.
Pause in the podcast because my phone died, and that's what we used to record our video. So, I don't know. We were very passionately talking about something. I don't remember what though.
Yeah. Whatever.
Not barrel jeans.
It was right after that.
We were talking about moto jeans.
Moto jeans.
We were talking about
chai. Get away from there.
It's a delicate operation.
Chai. Over here.
This looks like a fun playground.
Chai. We currently have our setup is, because my USB-C cord is not very long, is that we have, what is that, like an ottoman? An ottoman holding two floor seats, holding an extension cord into an extension cord holding my charger because it's like very thick and heavyweight, and if I move the little pillows, then my phone falls over, and my cat is just like wriggling around it. I'm scared she's gonna knock it all over, and one of us is gonna die, get hit in the head with something.
I don't think it's long enough.
You don't think so? Okay.
No, I think we're fine.
Okay. Anyways,
on to. Oh, I said a really big. Never mind.
Oh, I think we were just gonna talk about things we love.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I think we were just going to move on to some things that we like.
Okay, we were done bitching.
Yes.
Yeah, for once.
And now we're influencing. Okay, should I go first?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, anything that gives like a strong 90s vibe. Specifically, skate style.
Yes.
I feel like the skaters know what's up and they can do no wrong fashion-wise. I feel like skate style is so timeless. Like, if I want a cool casual outfit, the skate shop or like Vans, they always have really cute stuff. And a baggy t-shirt and baggy pants will never not be cool to me. I don't care if skinny jeans are in and baby tees are in, or whatever the combination of trend is in. I think that baggy pants are always going to be really cool.
I would agree.
And flattering, always. I don't know. I just think they're awesome. And I think an oversized t-shirt has never not been cool to me. I think the way that it just like drapes over anybody's body just looks so like comfy and cool and like laid back and awesome. And they're comfy. I think I said comfy like 8 times.
I agree with that. I like that when I think of skater style. I think of like 2000s Tony Hawk, like spiky hair, like baggy long sleeve under baggy short sleeve.
Yeah.
Under like the biggest cargos you've ever seen. And
like,
that still
DCs.
applies. Yeah, that still applies to skaters today. Like that's still how they dress.
It hasn't gone out.
I feel like it did for a moment with the skinny jean craze, but it just feels wrong to look at somebody skating in skinny jeans. Like you're not as mobile. You can't move as much. It just doesn't make sense in my head.
Yeah. I think, well, I don't even know if baggy jeans are the most practical because, well, depending on how baggy they are, you could easily trip on them. Well, I'm short, so I could easily trip on them.
Yeah, I always cuff mine.
Yeah, me too. Or just cut them off. Cut-offs.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So skate style is up there for me.
I agree.
I love a good flare pant.
You do love a flare pant.
Wide leg, if you will.
It always looks good.
It always looks good.
I like it because I don't like that I have hip dips, and I feel like that distracts me from it.
I think they are very flattering on your body.
Thank you. I appreciate hearing that, knowing how many pairs I have.
It's also like kind of inspiring. Like I'm kind of interested in getting some for myself.
It makes me feel taller.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially with a good platform shoe, which again, timeless. Iconic.
Yeah, that's one of them.
We are platform stands here.
Yeah, forever and ever and ever.
Almost all my shoes are platform.
We're also all like relatively short.
Yeah.
So
we talk some shit online, but like if you saw us in person, you could step on us.
Probably.
Yeah, I think I'm the tallest person here, and I'm 5'2.5".
The half-inch really makes a difference.
It does.
I say I'm 5'1" with good posture. Probably 4'11" without.
I'd say I'm 5'2" with good posture, probably.
Yes.
I feel like you would be 5'1". I feel like I'm taller than a half-inch then for you. No? Maybe you're 5'1.5".
Maybe.
I remember because I used to think that I was 5'3", and then I went to the doctor and they said you were not 5'3".
Maybe I shrunk. Maybe the slouching's really doing it to me.
Does anyone else have like fashion trends that they absolutely love that they will never not love no matter what the trend is?
Definitely baby doll styled like dresses.
Cute, yeah.
I feel like baby doll always looks good. It's something that I've always liked. It's just the whole mix of like cute and also like you can pair it to be a little bit darker, like more alternative, which I like.
I love a good cap sleeve straight neck combo.
Cute.
What is cap sleeve?
It's almost think of like a half of like a regular sleeve, I guess.
Okay.
But it's very specific, like the way how it goes like into your armpit, I guess. I'm trying to find it. Kind of like this.
Oh, okay. I
But,
do like a cap sleeve.
I like when it's further back in the armpit and it's like more straight.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
I'm almost thinking of like Brandy Melville style, like baby tees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
I
some
do love a
baby tees
baby
have
tee.
like more of a cap sleeve. Not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah, a lot of them are like almost sleeveless because like the sleeve is so.
It's so tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Those are
like,
cute.
That is more of what I was thinking.
That's cute.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I feel like it's very flattering on almost everybody who wears it.
It really is.
Cute.
I love a fun sock.
Oh,
You do.
Mhm.
You be wearing some funky socks.
I do be wearing some funky socks.
cute.
Especially at work. My docks are broken right now, so I haven't been able to be as cunty. Because you can't see my socks through the shoes that I wear. I wear Nikes to work lately, which is just sort of, I mean, it's comfortable, I guess, but someone said that I look weird with them on, not because they look weird on me, but because they've never seen me without them, because I wear docks, my Mary Janes, like every single day of my life.
It's hard for me to picture.
I haven't even noticed your shoes lately.
You don't even need to. They're just very not memorable. They're just like all black Nikes.
Oh,
Oh, I think I've actually seen you wear those.
okay.
Wait, do you only have one pair of docks?
I have that pair. I have the platform Mary Janes, but I don't always want to wear a platform, especially if I'm working.
Dude, I used to wear a platform Chelsea boot to Shake Shack like all the time.
I'm sure you're the cuntiest bitch at that Shake Shack.
You already know.
Sometimes I'll wear them, but then I'm just like, oh, my feet kind of hurt by the end of the shift. I don't always want to wear them to work. But that was like the pair that I had. I have 2 other dog pairs. It's just the platform Mary Jane with the flower buckle, and then the regular Jaden platform boot. But those I still haven't broken in. I don't know how. I wear them for work all the time, but they hurt so fucking much when I wear them, which I hear a lot from Jaden's.
It took me like 2 years, I think.
I've had them for years. I just don't know how much more I can take.
Yeah.
They're a big like show shoe for me.
Yeah,
because I won't notice the pain if I'm drinking in a crowd somewhere.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that when I usually wear my Mary Janes, you can see my funky socks in them, and I'll match like whatever color I'm wearing at work.
Yeah,
very monochromatic. I love monochrome looks. I love like
a color coordinated moment.
Yes, I love to color coordinate.
I'm realizing we were talking about bagoos earlier.
Yeah.
I think that's where we left off.
Oh, you're right.
But I don't remember what about bagoos. We were talking about Vera Bradley.
You were talking about how you haven't bought a bagoo purse yet because there hasn't been a color that's like spoken to you, because my next thought was about how I was upset that I bought the black.
That's right.
But then everything died.
I'm sorry. I went to Bagoo in my brain because I was thinking about how Bagoo has really cute socks.
They do have cute socks.
They're so soft.
Yeah.
I'll have to buy them. They just don't have a ton of patterns, so I feel like I can't like mess around with them too much.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
I feel like they have a lot of patterns.
I have Snoopy ones and I have smiley face ones.
Yeah.
Cute.
They have some like fruit ones.
I'll have to look. The last time I checked, they didn't have a ton, so I'll have to check again.
Okay. But okay.
Where were we before the bagoo?
Funky socks was what we were talking about. Yeah.
Okay. I think funky socks with Mary Janes are always a sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or like when your pants are cuffed and you can see your silly little socks. I feel like that always looks really cute.
That's cute. Mm-hmm. It's giving like art school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I don't think I will ever not like this, but the sheer black tights with dresses and skirts.
Oh yeah.
I know it's very one could say that it's very specific to like indie sleaze, but I think that it is timeless and always sexy.
I agree.
I have a pair of sheer black tights that are low-key falling apart, but they have like little tiny bows like sporadically on them.
Precious.
And I'm obsessed, but they're just like not well made enough.
Yeah. I have some socks like that where like I keep having to hot glue the little black bows on because they keep falling.
I was just set them back on.
I was just telling Ethan,
True.
I think we're at the age where we can buy a hot glue gun now.
Oh, I have one.
I have one.
I think
but it's not a good one. It's just like from Michael's.
Mm-hmm.
No, see, I want to like I want a craft.
Yeah.
I'm in this era of my life where I kind of want a cricket. I don't know what I can do with a cricket.
Just vibes.
Oh, that cricket.
It seems like the possibilities are endless with a cricket.
Maybe
sponsor us.
Maybe we should
please.
Go in on a cricket.
We can
make merch with a cricket.
The traveling cricket. What is it?
Sisterhood of the Traveling Cricket.
Yeah, Sisterhood of the Traveling Cricket.
That would be awesome. It would be about $100 each. So.
Oh no, you guys! The tattoo shop around the corner is. You can now split your tattoo payment into 4 interest-free installments.
You can
How does
afterpay
my
your
shop do
tattoo.
that?
What booking system do they use?
They don't. This is just like they're doing an installment plan, I guess.
Yeah, but
What if your card just declines? What happens then?
What?
They must need business bad.
They have to use a booking system because that's how they get these auto texts.
Let me see if I can.
Because I want to see if me and Erica can do that. That's really smart. I actually need to make a note of that. Write that down.
That's so dangerous. They also take credit card there.
That's so awesome.
I was just thinking, you can know what financial state I'm at right now because I haven't gotten a tattoo in a really long time.
It's like
literally March.
It's like a website form.
Oh. What is this? Oh, yeah. No, it is their own website.
Honestly, you could probably call and ask.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey,
True.
I saw that text and like I have my own tattoo shop. Like, how'd you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. Okay.
My bad.
It's okay.
We were talking about tights. And then we were talking about...
I also love tights. Like, I love funky tights with like an all black outfit. I have a lot of tights. It's just never cold enough to wear them. But I have one where like one leg is black, the other leg is red.
Cute.
I have striped ones. There's just like a lot of fun that you can have with accessories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was going to say another thing that I really love is like when people wear a shit ton of jewelry.
Yes. It always looks good.
Layer it, stack it, mix and match gold and mix your metals.
I will never not love maximalism.
I'm obsessed with junk nails right now.
Yeah, I just learned what a junk nail was the other day.
They're just like cunty Y2K, like a bunch of like gems and shit.
Okay.
It's cute.
Maximalist nails.
Yes.
That sounds cute.
Have you almost like those phone cases that people make with like resin and like it
looks like a cake,
a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Shit everywhere. Awesome stuff.
I love those. I'm thinking about those like really long. I would always see like in the 90s and early 2000s, especially like black women having like really long nails with like a bunch of gems and stuff on them. So that's what I'm thinking of in my head, where it's just like bulky and like kind of clunky, but also like very cunty.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds sick.
And like sometimes like little 3D, like little
cutie. Okay, I love those.
Yeah.
I just don't love that shape. It's giving duck nail.
These.
Love those. Well, don't really love the domo, but so good.
Just like gaudy as fuck.
I feel like people are having a lot more fun with their fashion and self-expression lately, which I really, really, really appreciate because it's just so much fun. Like, it's such a good way to express your creativity.
I love when people go for the shock factor.
Yeah. I love maximalism as well. I think that there's so much more personality there.
Yeah, I agree.
Another thing, I think this is the last thing that I have. Satin slip dresses.
I will always love a satin slip dress.
Yeah, just worn casually. You can dress it up, you can dress it down.
They always look good.
It could be lingerie or it could be, you could wear it to a fancy dinner. It's always sexy.
I agree.
Hard agree.
Very sexy, but I think wearing actual lingerie out in public is crazy. Because I know that that was a trend for a minute. I don't know if it still is, but wearing like a lingerie bodysuit and like jeans, or
it was,
you would just like, it just doesn't look good.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm not into that either. It's giving clubbing in 2017.
Yeah, it just never feels like it is as cunty as you want it to be. Like, it's It's trying too hard to be something that it's not.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I was going to say something and then I revoked it in my mind.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like satin slip dresses could easily swing like any direction. It could be alternative. It could be, what's it called? Like coquette. It could be, you pair it with a cowboy boot. It could be yeehaw. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's versatile.
She is versatile. And we love her for it.
Yeah, those are the articles that I would like to showcase as timeless and I will never not love.
I think talking about the things that we love helps because we always talk about things that we hate. We're very, we're women who know what we like and know what we don't like, but we don't always talk about what we like.
True. I just thought of something that I don't like.
Go for it.
Usually stripes.
Okay.
I don't love print.
Okay. I like some prints. And I like some stripes.
I would say I'm very particular with stripes.
I don't like if it looks like Old Navy would carry it.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what I was imagining in my head. Also, the color navy blue. Ugh. I could die happy if I never saw that color ever again. The only time that I think it works is if you're going for like a celestial vibe.
Yes.
Like pair it with gold and silver and white maybe.
Yeah.
But like navy blue, anything else, I just don't really.
If I see you pull up in navy blue chinos, you're dead to me.
Yeah.
I don't hate navy blue, but I don't really like it. It's just sort of there. Like, it's never used properly. It always just is like a background. Like, it's fine. It exists.
You know, I think she's trying to serve the same amount of cuntiness as like deep red.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
It just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah,
I would agree. I would agree.
I guess I could bitch about more colors. Salmon.
Oh yeah, you wanted to talk about salmon and coral.
Coral is
mint.
Tiffany blue.
Vile. All vile.
I feel like those colors are rarely flattering on anybody.
And why are these colors so often used for weddings?
And together. Mint and coral. Why?
And navy.
Do you know how hard it is to throw a spring wedding and not see mint or coral?
I can imagine.
Like, they're going to think I'm crazy when I go in with fall colors. I'm like, why would you have a spring wedding? Why?
Yeah. Spring vibes, but you like the 70s, like, royal deep colors.
Why the fuck would I want to see salmon at my wedding?
No one wants the color
Make it pink or make it orange.
Yeah, no one wants a color of Patrick Star at their wedding.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Isn't it also fucked up that the color salmon to us is the color of, like, their flesh when it's
just their flesh to them.
Yeah.
That's skin tone to them.
That's so
Their
gross.
skin tone, I think, is technically silvery blue, but, like, their flesh is pink.
Ew.
It's kind of fucked up.
They just call the color beige human.
Well, I think they did that, didn't they? For a while, wasn't it just, like, flesh?
Yeah, but then that was problematic because it's not everyone's flesh color.
I think I remember that. And then they made the one that's all different shades of
Flesh
brown.
1, flesh 2, flesh 3.
That just sounds like a foundation.
Yeah. Ew. Flesh is such a gross word.
I was thinking about that when you kept saying gelatinous earlier. I was like, I really hate that word.
It is a bad word. I'm sorry.
Gelatin.
Gelatin.
Gelatiny. I don't have anything else.
No.
Yeah, I've spoken my piece. Thank you for listening.
Okay. Well, this was a pretty good episode. If you're listening, you're welcome. And thank you for listening.
Yes, and thank you for being haters with us.
Yes.
Comment.
Yeah, I was gonna
comment.
say that.
Yes, comment your fashion icks below, and also tell us your favorite trends or like articles of clothing that you think that will never go out of style no matter what is in fashion.
Yes.
Yeah. Or let us know if you agree with us or disagree with us. Even if you disagree, I want to hear it. I feel
I don't want to hear it. I'm just kidding.
Get that shit out of here.
Girl, engagement.
Keep that shit.
Argue with me in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I think fashion is super cool because like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I don't like this thing, and then I see somebody else wearing it. I'm like, it looks good on them, even if I don't like it.
Sometimes it takes my eyes a while to adjust to something.
That's how I felt about real camo. Keep going.
Did you guys know you could comment on Spotify now?
Yeah.
Like on the I don't think y'all know that.
Oh, did y'all know that?
Did y'all?
Y'all are the ones that need to know that.
Yeah. Please comment on Spotify, on our YouTube. DM us. We are available. We're too available.
Painful.
I will read it embarrassingly fast.
Yes. And we will talk about it in our little group chat, and we'll be like, oh my God, this is so sweet. Or, oh my God, this is so cool. Look at what this person said. We love feedback. All feedback. Any feedback.
Or we'll be like, oh my God, our first hater. Actually, you wouldn't be our first. But
we came with those built in, baby.
Yeah, we came out swinging and people swung back. Yes. Reasonable. We kind of were... Sometimes we can be problematic in our own personal lives with the things that we say, but I didn't ever think that they are unjustified.
Sometimes I say things and I should think first, but I don't because that's how I'm feeling in the moment. And I don't think I should be penalized for that.
Listen, if you want to bitch back, start your own podcast.
Or just bitch with me. Like, we can bitch at each other about each other.
Yeah.
No, I think that would be really funny if someone started a podcast where they were just talking shit about us. And then we would make a new episode.
Every single episode?
Yeah. And we just go back and forth with each other publicly on our podcast.
It's just called You Should Love Your Guts.
It's like a public fighting, like boxing ring.
Do you remember Him and Her?
Yeah.
You know
Him
her?
stole her aesthetic.
Her is like an artist that had like her own thing going, very cool, and then this guy made Him and just responded to every single song. So like if a song was I don't really know her music, so I'm making up this title, but if a song was titled like I Want You, his title would be like You Want Me, like literally direct bar for bar, stealing every fucking thing from her. That was crazy.
And he was like getting recognized at award shows.
Yeah.
Someone be a him to her, but don't steal her bag.
Yeah.
And if you steal anything, I will come after you.
Period.
I just think, listen, can anyone really hate us? I think sometimes we can be annoying, but can you hate us for being annoying? Not really.
I just think you're jealous that you're not hanging out with us. Personally.
All right, my throat hurts.
Okay, we're done.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Later, haters.